Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Becca Marino and I am a soul mentor, guiding you back to the magic within your soul. Today's topic is, how do you know something is right for you? So before I begin with that topic, just a couple of things that you should know. I am currently doing a webinar titled There Is an Easier Way, and this is a webinar series that will go from now. It started in February 2023 and it goes on until about December, towards the end of this year. The dates up until June are out. The later dates haven't been established just yet. So if you want to know more about my webinar series, please click the link in the description to join my Facebook group where there's lots of details about that. And if you have any queries or questions, please feel free to email me, which will also be in the description. So without further ado, how do you know when something's right for you? How do you know when it's the right thing for you to do? In short, the very easy answer is you will simply know but maybe that's not so helpful in, in a YouTube video by a soul mentor. So in a more in-depth explanation with how would you know, if we go back to basics of what's actually happening here, of how we're experiencing life, how we're experiencing our experiences, how does that happen? How do we experience day-to-day life? How does that come about? So the first thing that is happening is that there is this higher power, like an electricity force that is governing life, that is, lifing us, so to speak, that is living through us and enabling us to be here, to exist, and to have the gift of thought, the gift of communication, and the gift of so many other things. And then there is consciousness, we are alive, so we can experience those things. And then there's a story behind it all. There's thought, the gift of thought that creates the things that we see in our lives, that creates our experiences that we get to live out. So through knowing that as a fundamental basics, through knowing that's how life works, when we ask the question, how do I know something's right for me? Or the opposite, how do I know I shouldn't be doing something? It comes with a feeling. It always comes, like everything we do in this world as human beings comes with a feeling. And when it feels uncomfortable and full of judgment, that 9 times out of 10, that is thought, running amok, and it becomes very noisy. So then you don't really know whether it's the right thing for you to do or not, because you're just filled with all this noise. So it's like when we get in tuned to drown out the noise and listen for that softer, quieter voice, which I talk about as wisdom. So that soft, quieter voice will come through underneath all that noise. So once you're able to tune yourself into that wisdom, then when you go about your life and you're in a situation where there's an indecision and you're not entirely sure whether something is right for you or wrong for you, it comes with a feeling. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling unsure, usually that means it's not ripe yet. It's not ready for you to decide. You don't know because you don't need to know. So how does that help you? How does that help, just in a normal day-to-day life? For me, it really sets me free because it enables me to let go of the things I don't need and pick them back up again when I know the answer. So, for example, about a year ago, my hours for work, I'm also a nanny, so my hours for work went down because the kids went into full-time education, and trying to decide what hours I would be doing, I wasn't very sure, and I was very uncertain. There was a lot of uncertainty. And then I remembered that that's overthinking. And so I just put it all to one side and I left it alone, and I knew that the answer would come to me when I needed it. And that's exactly what happened. I left it alone, I carried on with my everyday life, and when it was necessary to know what hours I was going to do from September 2022, the answers were there, and it just came with an ease. There was no difficulty. There wasn't like trudging through mud. It was so easy that we kind of dismiss it. Usually what happens is when we know what's right for us, and when wisdom does speak through, we dismiss it and say, well, that would have happened anyways, that had nothing to do with me. And when we start to see those subtle moments and we start to recognize when our wisdom came through for us, then when we are filled with indecision or unsure of whether something's right or wrong for us, we're able to take a minute, take a breath, and come back to that quiet that's inside of us, that quiet knowing that knows what is best for you. Because at your deeper level, you do know what is right for you, and you do know what you want. So to bring it back to the question, how do you know something is right for you? It's in the feeling. There is this peaceful, calm, quiet feeling, and it's easy. Sometimes knowing what you want that is right for you, that bit and then actually going for it. Maybe the going for it isn't necessarily easy, but the knowing, it's like, yeah, this is what I want. This is what is right for me, and it's just this solid certainty, and it just feels good. It comes with a good feeling. So I hope there was something helpful in that, and as always, please leave your comments below or any questions. Thank you so much, all the best, and have a beautiful day. Bye.